I'm super excited. Esther, you are like the epitome of an ambitious woman. You are like a speaker, an author, you have a TV network. Like, who has a TV network? Esther Spina does. You mentor people, and you just have a heart to pour into other women, and I just love that about you, and I'm just really thankful you'd be my guest today, so thanks for being here.
Oh, absolutely, Michelle. Thank you for asking me. I was waiting for you to ask me.
Season 2, important season.
So I had really important. Yep, it's going to be a great year, 2019.
Oh my gosh, year of abundance and growth. Yes, it is. So I want to talk to you because when I look at you, I see strength and success. You know, it's lots of women have a challenge being successful because either they're struggling between being a mom, a wife, a successful entrepreneur, but you have shown such strength in your success. And I was just sort of wondering, I kind of feel like strength and success go together. And I want to know, like, what do you think, how important is it for strength to be associated with success?
Whoa, well, you're not going to be successful unless you have strength, right? But here's something else. You're not just always going to have this success. You're going to have storms in your success. And that is so right on when you're talking about strength and success. People might say, well, how can you have strength and success? No, you've got to have strength and success or you're not going to make it. Because success actually doesn't happen overnight, Michelle.
No, I wish.
Success, I mean, there are some overnight successes. Very few and far between. Probably the same percentage that would win the lottery.
Yeah.
Okay, like 1 in a gazillion will have success overnight. So let's get into reality. And that is that, you know, if you can develop strength in adversity, if you can develop strength in whatever you're going through, that's going to help you be successful. Because when you are successful, you are going to go through storms. I mean, you just will. It's an up and down, and some people are successful and they fail, and here's the key, you just get right back up.
Because you learn from everything, right? Every success, every failure. When you, what makes it valuable is you learn from it and you implement that to go further the next time.
Right, because I think people will generally have 3 or 4, maybe 5 successes in their life, and probably 10 failures.
Always more of those.
So people want to know if you can develop strength now before you're even successful. That's just going to help you.
So what's one way that, so you're a very successful businesswoman, what's something that you do every day that helps you build strength towards your goals, to your success?
Well, the first thing I have to do, and this is because I'm a faith person, is I can't get out of my bed until I just pray to God and ask Him to give me the strength to get through the day. Because even when you're successful, my gosh, there's so many demands on you. Like, you know, I'm a multitasker. I've got the Ambitious Women Conference. I've got a network marketing business. I've got a network. I've got, all multiple avenues and diversified income. So I have to ask God every single day to give me strength to get through it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. So that's just one thing in it. And it's whatever you do. Some people pray, some people meditate. I personally pray and don't want to get out of bed until I've had that time and reach over on my nightstand and grab my devotion. And I really do want to read my devotion before I even get out of bed. I don't know. I have a problem though, because it's very tempting. The phone is sitting there and the devotion is sitting there. And I'm
What do you grab?
I really, sometimes when it's real early in the morning, I'll grab the phone and then I justify it to myself that, okay, well, I haven't really got started yet. But really, my advice would be to try to grab that devotion first, and then you're fine.
That's awesome. That's huge. Everybody can take from that. And I know myself, I even shared in my book that the first thing I do still today before I get out of bed is I thank God for another day, for my health, for my children. And it's so important when you start the day with thankfulness, it changes your perspective and your whole day. And I believe that 100%.
Yeah, and that's why you've been able to get through your storm.
Yeah, faith.
But, another thing, and you might ask me the question, but how do you get through the adversity, and how do you get through the struggles during your success? I mean, because success isn't all peaches and cream. Like I said, that's the one thing I want you to understand. It looks rosy on the outside, oh my gosh, she's a speaker, she's an author, she's on stage, she does this and that. But believe me, every day I'm going through normal, everyday struggles and storms. But I learned a long, long time ago, in order to be successful or in order to get through adversity, you have to have the one trait, which is you have to be ambitious.
And you are the epitome of the ambitious woman.
And I don't know how I got that. I mean, I didn't start out saying, oh, I want to be an ambitious woman. But I just remember at an early age, about 18, when I was given certain responsibilities and I just persevered to accomplish them, I wondered, how did I do that? Because actually the definition of ambitious is, having a strong desire and determination to succeed.
Some people will hear ambitious woman and they will think, oh, well, it's a dirty word.
Right.
Or what does that mean? That means I'm forgetting my family, my spouse. Isn't that? It's not. It's not at all. And being ambitious is a great goal.
It's a great trait that you have to have. Now but what I found, and this is also in my book, I talk a little bit about it. If you're ambitious enough to be successful, again, it's having a strong desire and determination to succeed. I tell you that if you develop that trait, when you get an adversity or a challenge in your life, you will need to be ambitious to get through it.
Yes.
And I see that in you, because remember the first time I met you, it was at an Ambitious Women conference. And we said, is there anyone else here that's going through a struggle of cancer? And oh my gosh, you popped up out of the audience, and I think you were just diagnosed like
3 weeks before.
3 weeks before. Okay, now you showed an ambitious trait because you had a decision to make. Most women would have said, oh my gosh, I've just been diagnosed with cancer. I have to stay home. I have to figure out what I'm going to do, what's going to happen. You had already paid for the conference. You were already determined to go. And so what was your decision? You pushed through. You became ambitious. You had that strong desire and determination to go, to get through. And from that time, how many years ago was that, Michelle?
That was in 2014, so it was 5 years ago.
5 years ago, I have seen you from this little... You were afraid.
I was scared. I don't even know how I stood up because I was shy and introvert. And when I stood up, I'm like, who's picking me up off my seat? Because it wasn't me.
And I have seen you. Shortly after that, you joined the
Success Club, Ambitious Women
Ambitious Women Success Club. But you also went Toastmasters.
Yeah.
And you talk about being ambitious, talk about being successful. She was going through a storm. But what you've got to realize that she's going through a storm and being successful. Strength in success. You were displaying, Michelle, strength and success, because you were successful. You were going through cancer, you were going through treatments, but you were displaying that strength and success. So that, to me, if you just want to know an analogy or what it is, I'm going to look at you and say you did that, because now look, you've gone on to be very successful in your profession. You have a television show on OTT Network, which is going to be huge in the next coming years. This platform is going to just propel you to I don't know where. But that's because you showed strength and success, and you are an ambitious woman. So I hope I explained that right, that how you tie being ambitious and being successful together, and how you can be ambitious and get through an adversity.
Yeah.
So I'm going to challenge everyone to figure out how to be ambitious, because that's what you need to be to get through anything.
I agree. Mention something about DSTV, Direct Sales TV. Can you share with us a little bit more about what DSTV is?
Sure. DSTV is Direct Sales TV Network, and it is TV, which you're watching, and if you're watching, you figured out that you want to watch TV when, where, how, and what you want. And it's online streaming, and it is really the way of the future, Michelle. This is the way everyone's going to be watching TV, because we have an audience now, so they're doing that. And really it started for anybody that was in direct sales or entrepreneur, that audience.
Mm-hmm.
And we just want to give content value to them, but I know that your show necessarily isn't about business or
Direct sales per se.
or direct sales per se, but I'm so glad that you started and saw that, because people in direct sales have issues. They have storms.
Mm-hmm.
They go through cancer. They're successful. They have failures. They need financial advice. So, but since then, I've partnered with Women on TV.
Love it.
Love it. And so if you are watching this and you don't know about Women on TV, you're going to be able to catch this same episode on Women on TV, which can be for men. They'll sneak in
Men
and
can
watch
come
it
and
too.
watch.
But basically, it's just for all women, all walks of life, just sharing, learning together. And so I'm really excited to be on this adventure. It's ground floor, and I'm excited that you were one of our first hosts, and I've just seen you grow tremendously. We talk about me being ambitious, so here you are. You've got your TV show.
However, if you remember, so when they first came out, it was at the Ambitious Women's Conference, and they were announcing the DSTV coming out, the Direct Sales TV network. And I believe it was you that came up to me and said, Michelle, you have a story to tell. The world needs to hear it. You need to be a TV host. And I was thinking, oh, how am I going to be a TV host? But your belief in me has really propelled me, like your mentorship. It's been important, and it's helped me grow and become more of an ambitious woman, because you show me that I can do it, that anybody can do it. It's not just certain people that are successful or can be ambitious. It's just taking that heart's desire and pouring into it and persevering through it, and you can do whatever you want. And
exactly.
That's been a huge blessing, like you pouring into me and seeing that that's what you saw. And I remember speaking to Aaron on the phone, like right after you announced it, and he's like, yeah, that's for you. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just saying yes and doing it.
I love your husband. He's so supportive. Anytime you go to ask him, say, yes, you can do it.
I know.
But I think the main thing, because it is that you have a story to tell. So if anyone has a story to tell, they need to share it. You shouldn't keep it to yourself. That's like selfish. You know, one of the reasons, like people say, well, how can you do this and do that? Why do you have an Ambitious Women Conference? Well, because I can't be selfish. I've got to share what the knowledge that I have or the experience that I have. And so, you know, what I'd like to just tell your audience is that wherever they're at, whatever situation you're in, you know, you can find strength in that storm. And it could be that you're in having success right now, and you've got goals that you've got to meet, or that you're going through struggles in your success. You know what? You can do it. You can have strength in your success. And I just challenge you to really draw that inner strength that Michelle had within her to just like be ambitious and go for it no matter what.
Now, a few times we've been mentioning the Ambitious Women's Conference, and Esther, I had mentioned she's an author, speaker, mentor. She started a conference over 10 years ago called the Ambitious Women's Conference. And I just wanted you to share with us quickly, why did you start that? What is it about?
Before I was an ambitious woman, I was scared.
I was not confident.
I felt unworthy. I was uncertain.
No self-confidence.
I was timid. Before I was an ambitious woman, I was quite lost.
I was stuck in a career that I didn't like.
I was scared.
I didn't think that I could accomplish anything.
I was not organized.
Shy, quiet, reserved.
There has been such a spirit of just unifying women for the past 3 days that has been life-changing.
You leave here positive, energized, motivated, inspired, empowered.
And you're not in a sinking ship. You have 300, 400 other women that are in this with you. So that's why I love coming to this conference.
When I came here, I had a glass that was empty. And I'm truly leaving here today with a glass that's overflowing.
The one thing I learned at the Ambitious Women's Conference is that I can be the change. I can be the change for a better world.
The motivation and inspiration that you get here is priceless, and it does wonders for your business all around.
I would totally recommend the Ambitious Women Conference to any female that is interested in up-leveling their game, whether it's in life, in business, in relationships.
The value that other women share with women, it's uplifting, it's powerful, and they've gone through most of the things that you feel you're alone with.
I knew that I wanted to know more people who were ambitious and who were success mindful and abundance mindful.
Now that I am an ambitious woman, I have courage, I have drive,
empowered, I am confident,
It's like the world has opened up to what I want to do.
I am ready.
I know I'm worthy and I can do it.
I'm not afraid of retirement anymore.
I am pursuing things that I've never had the courage or the bravery to pursue before.
I am an ambitious woman.
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 Thank God I am an ambitious woman.
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 I am an ambitious woman. Be an ambitious woman.
You know, in the business world, and I've been in business for over 30 years, in a man's world mainly. It has changed a lot in the last few years, but it's still predominantly a man's world. And here's the reality, Michelle. Women learn differently, listen differently, teach differently, train differently. It's not that women are better than men. I don't agree with that, but I've told you before, man, I've been married a long time. I got 3 sons. I have 3 grandsons. I love men. You can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Can't live without them
live with them or live without them. What? Both of them. Both. But we're different. And so I just saw that there was a need for women to come together, to join hands and learn from each other and be close to each other. We just kind of relate. And there's nothing like being on a girls' weekend. I'm sorry. It's just the best. You know, that it is so good, you know, to be in the same bed with the woman in the same, I don't know if I should say
No,
that.
sharing the room, like
Sharing
a
the
group of
room.
women get together, share a room to share the costs and learn about things, learn about each other, and grow closer. And that's how friendships have been formed. I've been going to the Ambitious Women's Conference for 7 years, and that's where I formed so many friendships that are still with me today. And if I have a need, if I need a prayer request, if I'm hurting, something's going on, those are the women I go to and are there for me, circling around me, lifting me up, encouraging me. And that's what the Ambitious Women's Conference does, is it really helps you grow in friendships. And it's an environment where you go where there's tons of women, it's just women, and there's no cattiness. They're there lifting each other up and encouraging each other. I've never seen anything like it. It's the most powerful thing.
It doesn't matter what business you're in. We changed that a few years ago.
Yeah, love it.
Just to make sure that we're not alienating any women. But my passion is for women. I love empowering women that want to be empowered. That's just something that God gives. You know, to me, that just to help women, and nothing special, but that's just one of my passions in life that I want to do, is to help women become successful, which is why we have women on TV as well, because that's a network. If you're a woman, you're going to find women of all kinds of walks. Maybe you're going to relate to one, maybe you're not going to like one. You'll find someone that you can relate to.
Exactly. So with the Ambitious Women's Conference, every year Esther would pick a charity of choice. And on their Saturday night, what they do is they do different events and raise a bunch of money for the charities and bless that charity every year. And this year, in October 2018, Esther picked the Guest Foundation as her charity of choice. And let me tell you, I'm sure that people come up to her all the time saying, pick my charity or learn about my charity. I never did approach her, but she's watched me create my foundation and everything I've done. And she actually approached me and said that she wanted to pick the Guest Foundation as a charity of choice in 2018. And it was like so honored, beyond it, and I told you that. But I wanted to ask you, what was it that made you pick the Guest Foundation as the charity of choice?
Well, I love local or state organizations, smaller ones maybe, that are needing more help or needing to grow, which you were a ground floor foundation. Plus, I mean, the main reason was I saw you as an ambitious woman that started a foundation. Okay, this little gal that stood up and said, I have cancer, but you know, I'm here, and went to Toastmasters and went to the Ambitious Women Club, and then has a network, and then has a foundation. Who has a foundation? I couldn't do a foundation, Michelle.
Yes, you could.
But seriously, and I think it's well worth it, and I love it because it was a little bit different. It was helping women that were in post-cancer, because you had a special niche that you found out one of your biggest struggles was when you were home recuperating from your treatments that you needed help, that you needed maybe grocery shopping or kids picked up. I don't know what else.
Home cleaning.
Home cleaning.
That would help.
Yeah, but that little extra funds that it took, maybe that wasn't there, or finding someone or whatever. I'm not sure, but I like that. And I think, how many grants did we give away at the conference?
Conference we gave away 5 in total.
5 grants to 5 women.
Each.
For 5 women that were going through cancer, post-cancer treatment, and we're able to just bless them with a $500 grant. That goes a long ways for women to get something done. And so I love that. And I'm so excited because I've been at the first one, and God willing, I'm going to be at every single rock walk.
Yes, you will.
That you have. And I was at the first one, and the second one is here in February, and oh my gosh, it's just amazing. I love ground floors anyway, so it's so amazing to see. How many people did we have there? Like 50? Did we have 50?
Yeah, so like between 35 and 50 came for the first one. So it's the
and it was pouring down rain.
It was raining. She came from Dallas with a couple other friends, and so for the Guest Foundation, what we started was a rock walk. It's Rain Over Cancer.
And it was raining.
It was raining, so REIGN and rain all at the same time. It was very fitting. Rain is a blessing, so I took it. It was okay. So don't forget, mark your calendars for Saturday, February 16th. We will see you at the 2nd annual Rock Walk. And we will talk to you next time, where my passion is to help you find strength in your storm.
Oh, love you.